8 p.m. to 10 o'clock.
Shout out Empress T. You know, she always looking nice and clean, elegant.
Say yeah, yeah. I am your big deal radio personality, Empress T. Here with a special treat tonight.
Girl Power Wednesdays.
We don't need men to control our lives. We control our lives anyway.
All right, tonight I am very lucky to be interviewing Miss Reea Rodney, the children's author of Juniper and Rose, Sisters First and Best Friends Forever. Miss Reea, I want to thank you for coming in to Global Meds Radio tonight and talking with us and sharing your book tonight with our Global Meds Radio family and sharing your story with everyone. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Just a little bit, and then I'm going to get into deeper questions and pro-series there. You know, pro-series. Not going to hold back anything tonight, obviously.
Well, I mean, it is a children's book, so there's not really much to get into, but yeah, I'm very interested to know.
Well, Miss Reea Rodney is the adult behind the book. Go ahead, Miss Reea. Tell us now a little bit about yourself.
Well, firstly, I want to thank you for having me here, Tanya. You know, I feel very honored to be in your house. Like you said, my name is Reea Rodney, and I'm a children's author. I'm originally from Trinidad, a small Caribbean island in the West Indies. I came from a big family of 8 children. I'm second girl, I should say. And, you know, growing up in the Caribbean, like I would always say, my life was just happy, fun. You know, we played carefree. And in 2006, I migrated here in the U.S. And, you know, I'm a professional child care aid provider. I'm a mom. And now I just add a new title. I'm an author, a children's author. So that's a little about me. I know you have a lot to say.
Definitely.
Okay, so I mean, I wanted to know a little bit about your background. So you came from another country. That in itself is a huge accomplishment. Those who are not immigrants may not realize what it is to come from another country and make a life. You know, you leave part of your home. Now, as a writer, because you are here to talk about your book.
Yes.
What about your favorite subject? Was it English? English was not my... And now, there's a reason why I'm asking you this, because English was not my favorite subject. Today, English is not my favorite subject. I cannot really see myself as an author. However, I have a lot of life experiences that I can share with people. But am I going to be an author? Probably not. How do you see yourself as a writer?
Well, you know, that's a very interesting question. I never saw myself as an author. You know, from ever since I was a child, if you would have asked me, what do I want to be when I grew up? It would be a doctor, a lawyer, a model, never an author. As it relates to English, it was one of my favorite subjects to an extent. I love answering the questions, I love doing the composition, I love all those things, but I never enjoyed reading aloud. And the reason for that is I used to stutter really bad as a kid. So every time I think about having to read aloud, that anxiety will take over. And of course, that will bring on my stuttering. So even though I enjoy English and I enjoy everything else, the speech part of it, it wasn't really for me. You know, so coming back again to your question, I never saw myself as an author because I knew that an author has to be able to read their books in public.
Okay, so I don't see myself as an author, but you never know what Ja has, you know, and I take all of Ja's actions, and you just learn to deal with them. So,
that's right.
When you sit down and you actually think about that you're going to create a book, what made you think about creating this children's book?
So in 2011, the idea to write a book came to my head out of nowhere. And, you know, I remember I thought to myself, you should write a book, Reea. But I dismissed it. right? 2012 it came back, and I almost felt so inspired, and I actually had a storyline, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna pick up my pen, so to speak.
And that's only
write.
4 years ago, because you
Yes.
said 2012. Today is
Yes,
2016.
that was 4 years ago.
Wow.
So, but I was inspired because of, my surroundings. So, I'm a professional childcare provider, which is a nanny. And every day I'm taking care of kids and I'm in their world and I'm seeing things. And I always, I always had a love for taking care of kids, teaching them. When I go on an interview and a parent say to me, oh, my kid cries a lot, behind my head, I'm like, I'm going to fix that. So I always saw myself as this person who could solve a problem in the home.
Wow.
So when that idea came to write this book, at that time, my twins were going through some changes. So I wrote it. Wasn't too sure what I was going to do with it, but I wrote it. And I
Okay.
was quite impressed. I was
So,
okay.
Miss Rodney, Miss Reea Rodney, here, discussing her children's book. When you say your kids came to your mind, you're talking about your biological kids? Now, for all of you out there in our Global Meds Radio family across the world, and I always give thanks to our listening audience, because what our listening audience brings to us feeds us. It inspires me to keep thinking and keep moving. So now Miss Reea Rodney is here. When you talk about your kids, you're talking about your biological kids and they inspired you. I could see that. I could imagine that being the case. But you also talked about being a nanny, and you talked about it being so happy in a place that brings you joy.
So, as a mom, I have to be honest. My kids, my son is 16 and my daughter is 20. 4 years ago.
15 is puberty. I have a son who's in puberty. Okay.
4 years ago, put it back, they were 16 and probably 11, right? So, honestly, if I were to be honest, when I say my kids, I refer to the kids that I care for also as my kids. Because I'm with them all day. And it's just the way in which I speak, So I'm very passionate. It's more than just a job to me. And I consider them as my kids. And it easily rolls off my mouth. So when I was inspired, the information came from my kids, which were the girls that I was talking to, taking care of at that particular time.
Oh, okay. So you had girls that...
Twin girls. Fraternal twins girls.
And your story now is about fraternal twin girls. Juniper and Rose. Juniper and Rose, thank you. So I understand what has brought you to writing these children's books, because you are surrounded by children.
Yes.
And that makes you happy.
It makes me happy, definitely, because it's something that I enjoy doing.
What about a book series? Is this a part of a series, or are you thinking to expand on this book to make it a series? So Juniper and Rose in your book are what age?
They started off as 3-year-old, but currently they're 5, and they're going to remain at that age.
And I did read the book, listening audience. I did read the book, so I did see there is a transition from when they were young, and then they got a little older. So, what about when they're in puberty? We talked about puberty, your own children. My own children are in puberty. What about when they get in a series?
Well, right now, my focus with my series, because as I told you, it is a series. I'm very excited about that. And right now, my main focus, because I'm a mom and also a nanny, I have a platform where I see directly the changes or the issues that children go through as they develop from one stage to another.
And that is also in the story, by the way. Yes.
So that is one way, right? So right now within my series, and when I think about a series right now, my minimum is 12 books. I want to focus on issues that I see children go through, and I want to bring that out in my book. So Juniper and Rose, they are going to be the main characters, and they are going to be the one that helping me bring these issues out in a very fun and in an interactive way.
All right. So, okay. I understand your passion clearly for working with children and getting the inspiration from these twins that you personally know. And they're fraternal twins, because your book, in my reading, they are fraternal twins.
Yes, they are.
Right. And they grow.
Yes.
Yeah, and I had really enjoyed reading the book. It was an easy read. I could see kids reading it and learning and enjoying to, know that not only they are dealing with changes in their life, but everybody's dealing with changes in your life. So, now, let's talk about the illustrations, because children books has a lot of illustrations. And when you want to get children involved, you want to show them the picture. You want to talk about, look, these are the words, but yes, look at the picture. Look at the look at the mom, look at the dad, look at the kid. What is the kid doing? What is the kid wearing? I'm saying these things. Remember, my kids are in puberty, but Lord, I remember when I was little and I would read the stories and point out the pictures. So tell me about how you thought about, or where did you get the thought to create these images in the cover and throughout the book?
Well, I have to be completely honest. This entire process was very new to me. And every step of the way, I was surprising myself. It's like I had some hidden talents and I wasn't even aware that they were there. As it relates to the cover, I cannot take any credit. I really struggled with trying to figure out how to make an eye-catching cover. I read and I know that it's very important. As we all know, packaging is important. First, we shop with our eyes. Then we open to see, or we test to see how things are. And I really couldn't figure out that. So I said to my illustrator, I said, Alexandra, which is her name.
Good.
I said, I am going to give you, creative freedom to create something and show it to me.
Okay, and
I wasn't speaking to her directly because I had a third person, but that was the dialogue.
I want to give Alexandra Gold a shout out, because her name is written on the cover of the book. She's the illustrator. And you work closely with Alexandra on the cover and the illustrations throughout the book.
With the cover, like I said, I had a third person that I hired. So I would email her or speak to her and tell her what I want. And she would let Alexandra know, because Alexandra actually lives in Romania. She's not here.
Oh my goodness. Isn't that remarkable?
Yes. And when she made the cover for me, I fell in love with it right away. Nothing needed fixing. But as it related to the interior of the book, I was very passionate about what I wanted. So I could have said to her, this is my book, this is the text, and I want you to create something. But because I am in this world every day, I know firsthand the things that kids like, whether it's a toy or the way in which their rooms are. I felt the need to make sure that I had some control. So for every illustration, I give detailed instruction as to what I want.
And so the end product is what was in your mind.
From the description of the faces of the parents, from plum lip, dark brown hair, the color tone. Like I went and I looked for skin tone and I sent a skin chart. These are the tones that I want. As for the room, the color of the clothing, these very important details like the toys on the ground, because I read a lot of children books to kids, and one of the things that I love to do is, while reading, there's so many different hidden elements within the book that is not being mentioned, but it's there. So I was very mindful of that. So even a random toy, I wanted that to be a relatable toy. I remember one time she put like one toy there and I was like, I don't know this toy, I never saw it in the market. I want a toy that a kid could look at and know.
That is relatable.
Yes.
That's real.
That's real. And I gave her the instruction, which was almost the amount of words for the book. And when I got back my first draft, she got everything right. I mean, we had minor things to change, but she got everything right, from the facial expression. If I said I wanted them to add.
You know, as you say that, I want to say to you that the illustrations of the girls, I really liked how you mentioned that they are not identical. Can I even release that? Can I even say that?
Yes, they're not identical. They're fraternal twins.
They're fraternal twins. And I have a very good friend who has fraternal twins.
Okay.
And I know other friends that are twins. And one is identical and one is fraternal. So they could respect and understand. Isn't that amazing? And I really feel that's amazing. I am not very creative. I'm going to tell you that. No, really. Miss Reea Rodney, I am not creative in that sense. I am very analytical and straight. Like, it has to be programmed is the word for me to describe me. Programmed, and I can follow through. So the whole creativity in your book is always amazing to me.
Well, I think it's because I spent so much time reading children books, as you know, I found a lot of joy doing that. So I read so much that I knew what I liked in a book from
Right.
what I didn't like.
So,
and then also I know what I understand that I want my pictures to really show everything, whether it's a sad, or happy. I want to see that family love and unity. Family is very big to me.
and that is
So
in the book.
Yes.
Yes.
In all my book, that family unity and network is gonna always be strong. And it was important that all these elements factor in, and it did. And I am quite pleased with my illustration. I love them all.
So now, when not only me, I could give you my book review like verbally here, but when you get your book reviews, good or bad, what is your intake? And then, how do you use that in promoting the book?
Okay, well, on record,
Mm-hmm.
right now I have what people would say is a bad review.
Good.
Right, and that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Right. Before my book was published and I had it written and it was just words on paper, I selected a few people, educators, mom, and I asked them to read it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very specific. I do not want any favors. I need you to let me know what you think. I want to make sure that you got my message. And if you didn't, what do you think I should change? Give me feedback. And to me, right, what people relate as a negative or a bad review, I prefer to look at it as constructive criticism. And I feel like if somebody could take the time out and write something. No, we know we have some people
That is
heavy with
true.
their hands
That is
and
true.
go a little overboard. We could
Very
tell
good.
them. But I'm talking about
Your insight is
Yes.
amazing.
Thank you. I'm talking about if someone could take the time out and write me a review, or even these people that I had selected, and say to me, Reea, your story is going good, but this or that. I embrace that because it gives me the opportunity to fix that. And if or when Juniper and Rose get a bad review, I'll listen. So for my next book, I'll have an idea of what it is expected. And 5 stars, whew, that's really good. It boosts your self-esteem and your morale, and it lets you know that you're on the right path.
Okay.
So that's my view.
So I'm going to hit you with this one.
Oh gosh. Don't hit me too hard.
If the book became a TV movie. Now I'm thinking like a Lifetime. Like I don't watch a lot of the Lifetime movies. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm always honest with my listening audience. I don't really
That makes the both of us.
watch the Lifetime, but they're there for a purpose, and I have watched. So if your book was to turn into a movie, or let's say a TV show,
Children's show.
a children's show, can you think of characters or actresses that can play Juniper and Rose, or even their mom and their dad? I mean, they're in the book as well.
Okay, very intriguing question. Now, first, I must say that I am claiming that somewhere in the near future, Juniper and Rose will be on the air, on TV. I'm claiming that.
Boom, boom,
Right,
bam,
I'm
bam,
claiming
bam. Okay, Global
I
Meds
understand
Radio
that.
family. Miss Reea Rodney is here tonight in the house, and we have gone over our 10 o'clock hour, but that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. We've had a lot to give you tonight, Girl Power Wednesdays. And I want you to know that we are putting it out there in the energies that Juniper and Rose, the series written by Miss Reea Rodney, shall become a movie or TV series.
That's right.
Now,
So
think of an actress
Okay.
that you can see fulfilling those characters.
Now we know that my book is a children book. You put me on guard.
Okay.
So I'm gonna answer this in more than one way.
Okay.
As a young adult growing up, I loved watching Sisters with Tia and Tamara.
Okay.
They had their own sitcom.
Yes.
And they were identical twins. That's the only difference. Well, you can make them up and make them look different. But they're also from a biracial family. And
Okay.
I really liked them. You know, they were like my entertainment. But my girls are small, my book is small, and we have to think about children. And there's nobody that could fit the part, although they are not actresses, than my two inspirations. I would love for it to be them. But who knows, right? But they would be the only person fit for this role.
The real people that
real
inspired
people.
you. The ones that you really
Yes.
work with and enjoy being around.
Because I really don't know anybody else. But I follow these two twin girls, and they are identical, but their family setting is just as my characters in the book, and I only now discover them since I have an Instagram account. The McClurkin twins.
Oh, okay.
I follow them, they're so cute, and I'm like, this family is just like my family from my book.
Oh,
And I just discovered them, and my book's been written 4 years now, but I just discovered them. As it relates to a mom, I think, what's her name? Tracy Ellis Ross, I think that's her
oh
name.
yes.
I think she would be a really good person for my mom.
She's in
She's in Blackish.
Blackish. That's
And
right.
When I first really
Diana
liked
Ross's daughter. Yes.
When I first
From a
liked-
biracial relationship. Yes. Very good. You are so
You
good.
did. You put me on the spot. But when I first watched her, it was actually Girlfriends, and I love that show. But
Yes.
I think she would fit she would really fit that role. And I also love this actress as well. I just went and I watched Almost Christmas. Kimberly, she was in Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Oh.
Is it Kimberly something?
Okay.
I can't remember, but she's also, you put me on the spot. She's
Okay.
also really good too.
That's
And
fine.
for a dad from Grey's Anatomy, the doctor who left.
Is that Isaiah Washington?
No.
No.
Something
No, it can't be Isaiah Washington. You all.
Patrick Dempsey.
There you go.
Patrick Dempsey.
There you
That's
go.
the guy. I like him.
A
Because
lot
I
of
need to
people
get a
like him.
Caucasian guy,
Yeah, he's a
right?
good
With
looker.
my family.
Yeah, he's a good looker.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I put you on the spot for that one. That's definitely a good one. Now, have you done a press release or a book launch or anything to promote? Now, I know you said you created this book some time ago. You've gone through the editing, you've gone through your illustrator, and you have moved up in the whole writing network. I mean, it's amazing. So, what about a press release or a book release? And I'm asking you this, acting like I don't know the direction that you are taking. And of course, I'm going to support you in your direction.
Thank you. So, I'm going to go back from when I first published my book, which was October 6th. I had a really big book release in Brooklyn Heights, and that went really well. I have a press release, everything already on paper, professionally made, and me and my, well, I should say my PR, we're working together.
Amazing.
You know,
Fabulous.
putting
Fabulous.
everything together and researching all the magazines and newspaper and all these places where we want to send it out. But next year, January, on the 28th of January, it's a Saturday, between 11 and 2, I'm having a big event. And
January 28th.
Yes, and this is my main focus. It's going to be in Brooklyn, 1515 Nostrand Avenue. It's at a place called Brooklyn Fest.
Brooklyn, New York, 1515, January 28th.
From 11 to 2 p.m.
11 to 2 p.m.
Now, all the info is on my Dara Publishing Facebook page. It's also on my Dara Publishing website. I have the event up on Eventbrite. So it's everywhere that you could think of, I have it. But on that day, I would be doing a lot of stuff. So we're going to be having, of course, reading with the author, book signing. We're going to be having lots of activities like face painting. We're going to be doing tattoos, pin the wheel, raffle. We're going to have a comedy show. I have a friend who's coming to perform for the kids. So we're going to have a lot of activities.
January 28th.
January 28th.
1515.
Nostrand Avenue.
Nostrand Avenue, Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York. 11226.
11226. It will be your press release.
This is going to be a book. Well,
book signing.
A book signing.
Okay.
I'm also going to be launching my clothing line. Well, it's really just shirts. So it's going to be for girls.
Yes.
It's really just shirts with just a really, inspirational message on it. So I'm going to have those shirts on sale as well. At that event, I'm going to have 3 of my books out because Juniper and Rose is also going to be released in Spanish in a week or 2.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So,
that is fabulous.
Yeah, so those will be the 2 books I'm going to be launching at that event. Plus, I also going to be launching Juniper and Rose coloring and activity book. That'll be coming out in 2 weeks too. So at that event, I'm going to have 3 books on sale. I'm going to have my t-shirts. We're going to be giving away a lot of stuff. I'm going to be doing like a basket like with a hamper. It might have a book in it.
Wait. Slow down for me. Back it up. We have the book. And then a coloring activity book?
Yes.
Oh, that is amazing. That's really important because I know when I used to read books to my kids, and I won't say those names, but I remember reading the books, the same books over and over again, and they would know the story. But what about when they could sit down and color their characters, and color the theme, and color activities, and whatever, circle the box, or put a square around the heart or something, whatever it is. And I do spend a lot of time with my kids, and I'm going to say that Miss Reea Rodney kids and my kids, they
same age.
They're around the same age, and they actually play soccer together. So we are very fortunate. This is a Central Brooklyn soccer club family here tonight for sure, and I'm always bigging up Central Brooklyn in the house. So I'm fortunate enough, and we are able to use this platform globally to share your book, Juniper and Rose, Sisters First, Best Friends Forever. And I enjoyed reading the book. Now, how can our listening audience get a copy of this book? And I know it is published now.
It is. It's available on Amazon. So you could go directly to Amazon and just, in the search bar, just type in the title, or you could type in my name, Reea Rodney. And my book is available in both a paperback and an ebook. Paperback is $12.99. Ebook is $4.99.
Ebook is really good. Let me just say this, because my other son is 5, and he's always on his tablet. So if he's on his tablet, then we can have his book just come up, and then he could go through the images, go through the reading. We could read with him always. These kids nowadays, like, the holidays is coming up, they can get this book on their tablet, and that's a gift.
So let me say this. When I thought about doing the ebook, it was for more than one reason. Number one is I wanted to reach everyone international. And, not everybody, could be able to order an Amazon paperback. So to my family in Trinidad, and, all the Caribbean island, in Jamaica, they could really access the ebook. But ebook is also technically known as the virtual babysitter. I don't know if you know that. A parent will
like a TV, like the new age TV.
Yes, but it's like a virtual babysitter. A parent or a mom will prefer that the child is reading a book than on the TV all day. You understand what I'm saying?
So they're reading a book through their tablet.
They're reading a book, whether it's through the ebook, the tablet, or whatever it is. It's known as the virtual babysitter. So, I think ebooks are very popular. They are very popular. And then they're also cheaper. They cost less. And a parent will prefer to know the child is, even if you're all day reading a book, they don't fuss all day you're reading a book. No, you don't hear that.
Right.
You'll hear all day you're playing games. You'll quicker hear that.
I have said that.
Yes, you will faster hear that. So, I think it's worth doing. So all of my title will be available in paperback, English and Spanish, ebook, English and Spanish, and I'm going to have a companion coloring and activity book to go with my book. So it's every title is going to be able to sell in 5 different ways.
I have a 10-year-old and I have a 1-year-old, and to be honest with you, I am very excited about your book and reading my book. And I have my 10-year-old, she's very eclectic, she's very smart, and I want her to start reading to my 1-year-old, which she's doing now.
Oh, very interesting.
Go.
But I would like to have your book to be the book that she reads to my 1-year-old.
Well, I think that's a very good choice. It's my book. But, I want to say something. I had 3 parents who bought my book. And they personally told me this because I know them. One mom sent me an email and she said, my daughter read your book tonight. Now, this child, I would say she's a little special because she's very smart.
Okay.
She's 4. And she read my book. And all she's been doing is reading my book. I have another mom who, I'm not sure, I think her daughter may be 6. And she said to me, my daughter loves this book. All she wants to do is read this book, but by herself. So I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, she was on page 6. And she sent me a little clip with her reading and singing out the words.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And it made me feel really good because my age in my book is from 3 to 9. So it means at some point the parents are going to be reading, and at some point the kids are going to be learning as using it as a learning tool in order to help them to learn to read.
Right.
So I felt really good getting the feedback. And then one mom said to me, my daughter wants to read this book every night. And she would read a line, and they would read a line. It takes forever. It's every night. And then she stares at my picture at the back.
Of course.
So how I like the fact that kids are also using it to help them learn to read. It makes me feel really good.
I remember the days when I used to read the same book every night. It was the book where the kids, there's a bunch of Rugrat kids, and they used to be in a junkyard, and they made a like a ship out of the things in the junkyard, and the kids used to go to the junk. Yeah, man. I have 2 boys, man. Boys, man.
Say no more. I have 2 girls, so I hear junkyard. I'm like, oh god, that's too much for me. I hear teapot, and I can gravitate to that.
Princess, yes. No, man. My boys, them are going to junkyard, man. Them are going to build boat, man. Them are go imaginary thing, man. Look, but that book, if I am the parent and I remember reading that book over and over, so I can definitely see a child being engaged in your book and wanting to read about what they dress, what the little girls put on, the colors of the little girls, what they have on, and
in this book,
things like that.
Hidden elements that will make any little child, especially girl, drawn to it. Girls love princesses. They love tea party. Nice. They love to play with the imaginary friends.
Trust me, I know.
They have their favorite doll. They like nail polish. So I put in all those things that they could identify with that will make them, really get drawn to this book.
Let me ask you a question. What's next for you right now?
What's next?
In your career and endeavor right now? What's next for you? Because you didn't master this. This is yours. What's next for you?
Well, you know what? I haven't mastered. It's a learning process, and this year I decided, I am going to launch my publication company, my publishing company, and I did that. And I'm going to publish my book, and I'm going to continue. But I have 3 things that is really close to my heart that I want to work on, and I'm going to do it in steps. So right now, it's my platform as an author, and really assisting parents by giving them tips and ideas, to help them deal with certain issue, because every book is going to have a little issue, but it's still going to be a book that any kid could read and enjoy, and they will not develop any bad habits from it.
Nice.
Now, secondly, is my clothing line. Right now it's just blouse and shirt with inspirational messages. No, it's only for girls right now. That's my market.
What's the age group for the girls in the
so
clothing
the
line?
size is going to be from 2T to 5T.
Okay,
So just it's going to be like t-shirts, little dressy blouses. So along with writing my books, that's going to be my new goal for the first half of the year. And while I'm working on the t-shirt line, I have one other thing that I'm working on even right now, but I like to do my research. I want to be ready. I want to eventually on a Saturday have, I'm not sure what Saturday, but let's just say the first Saturday I'm going to have a parent and child workshop. Okay. And let's say the last Saturday I'm going to have a nanny workshop. I am a nanny. That's my profession. And in as much as I love doing what I do, I also know that there's more for me out there, and I also know that I need to be able to secure myself in the future.
So true.
So I want to also give nannies certain tips and ideas, how to land the best job, how to be a professional, all these different things. So because I'm true to who I am. So I want to balance it, parents and nannies, and this is something I want to work on, those 2 workshops,
Where can we get more information about you and the kids and the nannies? Because I know a lot of women who are nannies currently right now, and I respect them to the fullest, but where can they get information about what you're doing and how they can tap into what you're doing and better themselves?
Well, I want to be an inspiration for everyone. So I'm trying now to put my name out there and always spread my message. I'm not going to hide who I am. I'm a child care provider.
Nice.
I have many other titles, but this is my platform. This is where my passion lies. I have my website. It's called Dara Publishing.
Dara
Publishing.
Say it one more time.
Dara Publishing.
Spell it for the people.
Dara. That's my second name. Publishing. Yes. So on my website, you can purchase my book. Eventually, my clothing is going to be there. Excuse me. I have tons of activities free to download for that parents could do with their children. I also keep a monthly blog. So I put out a blog each month.
Okay.
And my blog is like subtitles from my book. So this book right now, there's so many different topics that can be brought to the forefront. And I blog about it. And this is just extra information I'm giving to parents, activities and tips.
That is phenomenal. You seem to be an amazing parent. But let me ask you a question. In the future, do you think you're going to have an outlet for parents to become better parents for their kids? Not just for kids to grow, for parents to tap into their own self and become better parents for the kids, rather than just have a book for the kids and the parents to read. But we need the parents to be together, to work as a team, to make these kids into something that we're not really seeing nowadays.
Well, what I would say on that is, with every book that I write, I am going to be blogging on important topics that I feel that need to be brought to the forefront.
Relevant.
And I'm not saying that parents not aren't aware, because there's a lot of parents who are up to date and on top of things, and there are some who's not really knowledgeable. So it's not really like it's up the ladder on one thing and then down on the other, right? It's not really balanced. It's a mixture. So with every book that I write, it's gonna have more than one subtitle within it, and I'm gonna be using that as a way to educate and to help parents. Right, I have some other things that I want to do. I don't want to really talk about it now, but these are the way I want to try to help. And my parent workshop, parent and child, is another way in which I'm going to do that, because not only will the child benefit, but I also want the parents to benefit as well. So like, I have my knowledge and my skills as a mom, as a child care provider, and I'm also talking with teachers and getting feedbacks and getting the advice, and we're building workshops together, and when I think I have the ideal package and I'm ready, I'm going to do it. So that's, ways in which they can, get a little more insight.
So I want to say, I want to remind our listening audience where they can see you personally.
Yes.
That would be January 28th,
Okay.
1515 Nostrand Avenue. If you're in the tri-state area, 1515 Nostrand Avenue,
Yes.
on January 28th.
Okay, so it's going to be from 11 to 2 p.m. And I must say, visit the Dara Publishing website on my event page. The event is posted in details. You can
What
see
is the
everything.
actual website?
Dara Publishing. So it's like
Spell it for me.
DARAPUBLISHING.co, not COM, CO.
Oh, see, good.
C-O.
Dara Publishing, DARPUBLISHING.co. Visit the website and you'll be able to link the events, and you'll get all the location of the book signing,
Location of where my event is going to be.
where
I'm
where
gonna
Miss
be
Reea
having-
Rodney will be from 11 to 2 p.m.
Yes.
She will be able to sign books. But now, that is in January. I want to make sure that our listening audience knows that they can send these books to their loved ones during the Kwanzaa season, or if you celebrate Christmas, during the Christmas season.
Or Hanukkah.
Give a book, or Hanukkah. Give a book. The book also, is a thing that grows.
Absolutely.
So, where can they find it? Through social media, online, or an address, or something like that? Tell us.
So again, my book is available on Amazon.
Oh, Amazon.
So you
Okay.
could go on Amazon and you could definitely get it there.
Mhm.
On my Facebook page, I also have a shop. So you could go on my Facebook page, which is Dara. I'm sorry. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
Dara Publishing Facebook page. So you just go into
Dara
search
Publishing Facebook
Dara
page.
Publishing Facebook page, and I also have a shop there which will link you right back to Amazon. And I also have my Dara Publishing website where I sell books. But if somebody want to have a book signed, they could buy it from me directly off of my website. And in the comment, just let me know that they want to have this book signed and put their child name on it, and I will put it there. The price of my book is $12.99 for the paperback.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That is absolutely nothing.
Thank you.
I
And
was
for the
waiting to get $25
I
that I
wish.
usually pay for my daughter's
I
books,
wish.
Mm-hmm.
And the ebook is $4.99.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. There'll be quite, I know, because I know people have said, oh, they're going to buy their child a tablet for the seasons.
Download my book.
Download the ebook, Juniper and Rose, Sisters First and Best Friends Forever. You can find it on Amazon
Yes, and my Dara Publishing Facebook
and Dara
page,
Publishing Facebook page
and my Dara Publishing website.
and the Dara Publishing website. And don't forget, you'll get a signed copy on January 28th
Yes.
from 11 to 2 at 1515. If you're in the tri-state area, 1515 Nostrand Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Miss Reea Rodney, I want to thank you so much for coming and sharing your life experience. Look, in talking to you tonight, you sound like a motivational speaker to me. I mean, you are a nanny. I understand that's what your passion, you love to do. And I understand you came from an island and you migrated to this country. Yes. And you are doing something that you are passionate about. I get it. And I hope our listening audience gets it. So they can get your book. And now you are this motivational person to me and to so many people. I'm sure. I am positive that if you have come in the walks of Miss Reea Rodney, you can feel her passion and you are motivated to do the things that you never thought you could do, because she talked about her own personal struggles tonight. She's talked about her ambitions, and she's talked about where, and she's putting the energy out there of where her book series can go. I want to thank you. Now, globalmedsradio.com, Empress T, Rostar Developments here tonight with Pro Series. With Pro Series in the house, we've had numerous guests tonight. I am very thankful. I am always thankful for my listening audience, and I know Pro Series has a slew of fans that they want to give their big ups to.
Because this book, you just saved me like an hour and a half of playtime here with this book. You know what I'm saying?
I have to give a special shout out to Miss Haley.
Yes.
Haley in her bed, but Haley, I go get the book and Haley, I go read.
This saved me a lot. You know, I mean, it's a very nice book, and again, let's just use.
I'm so happy that you like it.
Definitely, we'll use the term and we'll use it powerfully. Our people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is coming from our people, and we are going to support our people. There's a lot of times that we tend to go mainstream and just guess what's out there in front of us, and forgetting our people. You know what I'm saying? This book right here, I will definitely, and I'll tell you, excuse me, I'll be responsible for pushing this book for you.
So, Bonnie,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Tonight, I want to see you buy a copy tonight, because I buy 2 copies.
Definitely, you can buy me a copy.
I'll be checking it.
You know, you can definitely buy me a copy. Because you're not buying it for me, you're buying it for your niece. So thank you again. I'll tell Haley very much her uncle bought her a book. Definitely. But yeah, again, I've been on the phone, conversating with people, and the book itself, I'm responsible for selling a couple of copies for you.
Well, I want to say thank you very much.
You're very much
truly
welcome.
Appreciate it.
Very much.
And I am very grateful. Thank you for all of the support. And thank you guys for having me here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Remember, this is Central Brooklyn. Family.
Yes, family.
Family first. Hashtag family first. Hashtag Empress T _1 love. Empress T. There, you done know already. Empress T, I got support my community. Always family first. Minakir, listen, no family, no person is perfect. You done know. Central Brooklyn, me big up. Coach Shamari, Coach Al, Coach Dario, Coach
Kevin,
Moo Young. May I give Kevin him proper props. Moo Young. And listen, if you don't know, if you're from Jamaica, you don't know Moo Young. So me don't know. All right.
Definitely.
Artists, stand. You're there.
Can't forget our junior coaches, Hakeem Gray and Gary Daniels. Definitely.
Hakeem. His proper name is Hakeem. No stammer. His proper name is Hakeem.
Hakeem Gray.
Yeah, may I got big up Hakeem tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead, Miss Reea Rodney. It is your mic. You can go ahead and big up your people then.
Okay, so firstly, I would like to say thank you to Dario, because he's the one who, get this whole thing started. And I want to really just give Coach Dario a lot of props for that. I want to say hi to my children, Denifa, Dorian, and Azel. And to say hi to my hubby, Leon.
Enough support to Miss Reea.
I love you guys. Mwah.
Mwah.
Although everyone is in their bed at this time.
No, man, them will listen tonight. Tonight is an extra special late night, like it is a Friday, right?
Yeah.
All right, look. England people, my UK family, Canada family, you done know Macaulay family. Me I gotta big you up every Wednesday. Florida, you're there. Delaware family, you're there. West Coast, thank you for locking in and sharing with me. Central Brooklyn, pole dancing crew, you're there, you know. Look, I want to go out and listen.
Yeah.
We are all very happy people in supporting each other. Until next week, Wednesday, say yeah, Empress T.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Pro
yeah.
Series.